What is going on, guys? My name is Moto, and today you're going to be watching episode number 2 of our Supercross predictions video here today. Again, we do have Tony, 1UP, and Bucket, but we also have our buddy Connor here today. And we're going to be basically doing a recap of Anaheim 1, as we are actually at Anaheim 1 2017 for everybody. Yeah, fun stuff. So, real quick, wanted to shout out 1UP Motorsports one more time, as well as Dirt Monkey Productions. They are awesome. If you do not already follow them on Instagram and Facebook, go ahead and go follow them up, like their Facebook pages, all that stuff. I will be leaving the links down below in the description and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's jump right on into the awesome action. What you guys are going to see is some whips from them at the beginning, and then we're going to probably run in some laps, just because, you know, we didn't really know what to do. So as a recap, last week we had a pretty interesting race. We didn't really know what was going to happen going into it. Anaheim 1 being very unpredictable with, you know, who's going to win, who's going to be coming out on top, who's coming out strong. Lots of rumors, some confirmation of some things, possibly, you know, even some jitters from some people that surprised us. I know a lot of people thought Cooper Webb was going to be really, really strong, and he ended up finishing really, really poorly. Big surprise out of Justin Barcia, for example, as I believe he did get 3rd place that race. Eli Tomac also had to zip his pants up, which we'll address later on in the video, which was hilarious. He must have taken a rock to the cock. I don't really know. Finishing positions for that race was Marvin Muscan in 1st. You had Jason Anderson in 2nd, Justin Barcia in 3rd, Ken Roxon in 4th, which is an awesome thing because obviously the comeback with him. And then a surprise Weston Pike in 5th. Amazing stuff. I think a lot of people were surprised with kind of how well Weston Pike did, at least. And Justin Barcia for sure, noting that he's only on a 6-race contract. 250s was really interesting, but that's another video in the future. We don't need to address that just yet. So yeah, it's a really good race. Let me know you guys' thoughts down below in the comments for sure, because obviously it was a really good race. And opener, always really nice. Hoping that Houston is going to be a really good one. So without further ado, let's get right into the predictions. So I guess I'll start it off since I have mine up right in front of me. Right now, I am also going a little bold, as I did last week with Ken Roxon in 1st. I am actually going to have Eli Tomac in 1st, though, which shouldn't be necessarily too much of a shocker. But I have Justin Barcia in 2nd, Marvin Muscan in 3rd, and Ken Roxon in 4th. And then I have Jason Anderson in 5th. And then I have Cooper Webb as my wild card in 12th, which I feel like is kind of suiting just because of how poorly he did place in Anaheim 1. So I guess we will start it off with the other guys' picks with 1UP. So Dan the Man Stan, what you got?
Alright, let's see, I got Ken Roxon taking the 1st spot this weekend. I think he looked really good 1st round. Hopefully he can move that up to the 1st place.
Oh, yeah.
Drop Marvin back down to 2nd place. I think he's still going to be consistent, you know, taking the reins like Benji. Went with Jason Anderson for a solid 3rd. He's looked really good. He's on the pace. Got Justin Barcia there in 4th. I think he'll continue doing good. Got Eli Tomac in 5th. Yeah, hopefully he doesn't have another buckle malfunction. And wild card, I went with Chad Reed. I think he'll progressively go up a couple positions each race.
Hell yeah. Awesome. I like that. I mean, thinking about it, that is also bold to a degree, because obviously I had Ken Roxon last week 1st, and Ken Roxon, I think he could do it for sure. Now, real quick in between, guys, I will say Cal's predictions as we did last week as well. He's also got Eli Tomac in 1st, but he's got Marvin Muscan in 2nd, Ken Roxon in 3rd, Jason Anderson in 4th, and Justin Barcia in 5th, with Chad Reed as well as his wild card. I think Chad Reed is going to be a really big key in the wild card, just depending on how well he's doing. I'd say probably better wild card for the higher up positions for, like, you know, 10 through 20, whatever the wild card's going to be. I feel like that'd be better, just because he's on that privateer bike. So I guess the next step we could go is to Bucket. What do you got, my friend? What do you have as your predictions?
Oh, let's see what we got here. Pull it up real quick. Sorry, I've been getting into the game.
Oh, you're good.
trying to throw some fatties and crashing. Oh, my picks for this week. Gonna have to go with Marvin again in first place, bringing it up. He's been too solid not to go on right now. Especially you don't know if Eli's even gonna be here this round. Got Jason Anderson. I mean, honestly, I don't know what to say. If he could get a whole shot, he's gonna click off a win at any moment. Ken Roxton, I'm gonna take him third. He's hot. He looked good last weekend. Gonna bring it again. Barsha, I feel like he looked good. He's feeling good. Bring it up in fourth. And Cole Seeley fifth. And gonna take old Jay Martin with the wild card.
Nice, nice. Now I will say it is confirmed now that Eli Tomac will be back. So would that change up any of your picks at all, or no?
After qualifying, we'll see.
After qualifying, I think that's going to be a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, he should have won last weekend, but he also, you know, look how many rounds in a row was it? Fifth round in a row. He just is, yeah, something happens.
Seems like he always has a slow start to the season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah.
Halfway through.
I think that also adds up to a really entertaining season as well.
But if he, you know, if he is looking good and you know, qualifying, then there's no reason I might not, you know, change up those picks. Like I'm saying,
Hell
that
yeah.
timestamp don't mean nothing after qualifying. You know, some riders that you were not expecting to be out there, you know, or you know, because still not sure what they're gonna do with what Wilson's doing.
Oh yeah.
He's not sure. He said he's gonna, you know, try his best, but
For sure.
that dirt hurts. That dirt hurts.
Alrighty, so moving on, we will move it to Tony. What do you got, my friend? What do you got?
I got Marvin Musquin #1 because he's pretty consistent.
Oh yeah.
Consistency is key in any race.
Hell yeah, and he's got Dungey
Ken
behind him.
Roxton. Oh yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think Dungey was holding him back from what he could potentially do earlier on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I would agree a little bit to that.
Got Ken Roxton in second. I think he's got the first race jitters out of the way. Haven't raced in almost a year. He's back. He's got what it feels like. Don't feel like he's going to be all the way up there, but he's there. I got him in second. I got Jason Anderson in third. He's going to be a pretty consistent top 3 this year. Maybe top 5. Some people have bad races.
Oh yeah.
Eli Tomac cool because he rides hard, he's fast, but riding hard always kind of hurts you every once in a while, as you can tell last week. I got Justin Barsha in 5th, and Cole Seeley as my wild card.
Nice, nice. Rusty Dusties. I feel like there's a couple of people that you can really kind of trust to get that wild card pick as well. I think it goes, at least my opinions are that Brayton, Tickle, Reed, and Cole Seeley are like the main 4 that I would associate with wild cards mainly. I just feel like they're real consistent with that.
It really just depends on what position the wild card is too.
For sure. And then I guess moving on, Connor, Mr. Connor McAnderson. Let's see what you got, guy. What do you have for us? All right, I guess he's not got his mic unmuted. That's cool. Anyway.
Mic wasn't plugged in all the way. My bad.
Ah, there we go. All right, what you got?
I think if Ken Roxton gets a good start, he can easily take that win because he came back from 12th to 4th.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty darn good.
Well, plus, honestly, in my opinion, I don't know about you guys, I thought that he was on such a roll that if he would not have had that bobble from where he started, he probably would have been on that podium, if not even in second. I mean, it kind of.
Yeah.
I think that his little mistake kind of slowed him a little bit.
Down a little bit.
Yeah, I think he might have gotten a little too cautious there because of the nerves, maybe like, oh shit, what if I'm pushing too hard again? So.
Yeah. Second place, I got Jason Anderson. I think he's going to be consistent rider this year. He's got a lot of speed.
Oh yeah.
Third place, I got. Oh, Marvin.
Oh, you not done with your picks. Sorry.
Nope. I got Marvin because he got a great mentor with Kate and Ryan and Torch.
Oh yeah.
Horse pick, it depends. I mean, like Eli, I don't know if he's gonna be completely healthy yet. I got Eli or Justin Barsha.
Gotcha.
And then fifth place I got Cole Seeley. And then for my wild card, if Mookie's back, I'm gonna take Malcolm. I think that's it.
Is he back? Because that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Do you think anybody's coming back? Because I mean, I know he came back. Didn't he come back in San Diego or something?
He posted some stuff on Instagram, and it looked like he got like race ready and everything. His bike was all set up and everything, so maybe he's coming back this week. But if Mookie's not back, then I'm going Chad Reed. He's gonna improve as his health gets better and he gets more in shape.
Very solid picks. I agree with you completely. So I guess that's going to wrap up the picks section. Now we can kind of go into some more discussion. I know I definitely wanted to talk about you guys' thoughts on Eli Tomac taking a rock to the cock, because that was just unfortunate. But I also wanted to talk about Dean Wilson's injury, because obviously they both suffered, from what I'm aware of. Both of them had shoulder contusions, which if you guys watching do not know, a shoulder contusion is basically a bone bruise to the shoulder. The reason it's really significant to Eli Tomac is because he obviously had double shoulder surgery after a crash in outdoor series, which is the big reason that it was, like, I guess he was out for a little bit. But I want to talk about both, I guess, Mr. Dino and Eli Tomac, and kind of what our thoughts are. I know, at least starting with Eli Tomac, I feel like it was irritating to watch because you don't really know what's going on, but at the same time, I think that when after his crash and he had to adjust his pants, I think at that point in the race, he was already aware that he was probably going to pull off because his shoulder was in pain. But watching it, I know a lot of people got really pissed off. I know in the Discord I was in, a lot of people were just sat there like, what the fuck is he doing? Why would you stop on the corner?
I think it was at his adrenaline. I mean, at that point, he pulled over. I mean, that adrenaline probably fell off instantly as soon as he stopped.
Oh, yeah. Which is probably, actually, that makes more sense.
Probably when the pain set in.
That's probably when it was. I guess then moving on into Dean Wilson, I for sure thought he had a broken shoulder. The way that it looked like he landed and the way he came up and crossed his arms, that was scary.
And the thing is with him, like he dislocated that shoulder too, so.
Wow, shit! I didn't even remember that.
Yeah, that's when he was on 250s or when he was on Kawasaki, he had those shoulders injuries, and that was the exact same shoulder he said. On Instagram.
All I remember is my buddy coming in and being like, "Did you see Dean crash? Because his TV was a fucking ahead of mine. That motherfucker came in and ruined it for me." But
did you see those suspenders that they got for Tomac this weekend?
Dude, honestly, I would be so happy if Alpine Star made him gear sets, but had like suspenders on that shit. That would make it so much fun. Like that would be hilarious.
Oh man,
that would be an innovation to the sport.
Right.
Well, honestly though, and he would be making light of what happened.
Your pants coming in then, anyways.
Maybe he ate a couple extra donuts before he went out and raced. Who knows?
Right. He needs a 30. He needs a 36 like I do.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. They're not. Yeah. There's no one there.
Dude, but that heat race was intense with Jason Anderson and Cole Seeley.
You know, to be honest, like somehow, I don't know why, but both the main events, the 250 and the 450s, got me a little bit like, I'm dazed to a degree on what happened in the heat races, just because I mean, I knew Dean Wilson crashed, and I knew that Brock Tickle got the whole shot in his heat. But that's honestly all I really remember, because I don't know, I was just so, I guess,
the stadium was going
pumped
crazy.
On it.
It was sick.
Well, yeah, it was a packed house. You haven't seen an NFL stadium like that in a while. Except for when Supercross comes in town.
Hell yeah. Well, honestly, you know what's football?
That's really it.
What's football anymore, honestly? Like, motocross needs to take this shit over, okay? Motocross needs to be the national sport of the United States, not football.
Yeah.
Alright? Plain and simple.
They've been using stadiums correctly since what year? Like
Shit, I don't even remember.
76?
70s, yeah.
76,
Yeah, something like that.
At the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So, finally, you know, if they'd realize it, yeah.
Now, with that being said, too, what is you guys' thoughts on the 250 race? I know that I don't remember last week if we covered the 250s at all, but I did know that I wanted, after finding out Cincerillo and Savacci were the guys on the east, or west, I wanted them for sure to win, but I want Cincerillo to fucking win, and I, honest to God, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I definitely think he's getting the championship this year.
It's his year for sure.
Even with him in third, that race, I think that at the beginning of that race, if he would have got the start with how close this packs are and how like consistent everybody has to be, I think Cincerillo, if he stays consistent, he will win this championship.
Yeah.
Consistency wins
What about-
championships.
What
was
about Jeremy Martin on the 450?
I don't know. I think he's. I don't know if that's more or less him. I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to stay in that racing environment, but I don't know. Did that really, like, that might hinder? And the only reason I say that is because he's going to be used to that 450, and that 450 can send shit a lot easier.
No, it's gonna make the 250 easier to ride.
He only has 2 more weeks on that 450 though.
Dude, those
San
are
Diego,
factory
the
bikes.
East Coast is racing
The
San Diego.
250 is gonna lack no power.
The East Coast is running San Diego?
Yeah,
What the fuck is wrong with them?
I saw that on their their Supercross live page. East Coast is racing one race over in the West Coast.
That's wild. Oh, it's probably because it's a fair trade over from Indy, because Indy's an East Coast ways. That too. Well, regardless, I think that's really all I wanted to talk about. Is there anything else you guys wanted to bring up in the video, or anything that that you guys wanted to discuss, felt like needed to be drawn to attention, or thought we could spend some time on? All right. I take that silence as possibly no.
Hello?
You're good, talk, boy. You got this.
Did you see any different in the starts with the metal grate?
I think I noticed that it was a lot more crowded, I guess, and it seemed like it could have gone to anybody. Like crowded in the first corner, you know what I mean? Granted, you know, the first corner is already going to be really crowded.
They all came out pretty clean.
I think the big thing is that everybody got such an even start that it makes it even more competitive for that whole shot, instead of somebody mastering the whole shot because, you know, they can get out early. I think that there's going to be a lot more people getting that whole shot. It's not going to be like you're going to have the Mike Alessi's. I mean, of course, you're going to have the whole shot specialists that may have a minor edge, but I think the big edge is getting that launch off the gate to get to the first corner first. Because other than that, it's really shifting and fucking running shit.
After the gate.
Yeah.
Get traction, they lose traction across the actual gate that's got the metal, and then go into dirt. There's a lot of transition now.
So what I mean, like, I don't know about commercial brakes, but the new racing setup led more commercial brakes.
Oh my God, this is another thing I wanted to talk about. Welcome to Monster Energy Commercial Cross, because that was what this shit was. I don't know if you guys remember this that are watching. I know that other than Connor, everybody else does. I specifically remember there was a time, I think it was right before the 250 main, where they cut away from the LCQ, did 5 minutes of advertisements, came back, did the little segment with all the Twitter pictures and all the dumbasses that put their fucking bikes inside of their fucking living rooms for 10 minutes and takes a fucking picture and then fucking puts it back in the garage.
We got on that last year twice. We got on that as our group last year 2 times.
Whatever. Whatever.
Well,
regardless.
you don't bring them in there just for the race.
Nah, so
Yeah,
basically with that, they had that whole
That's
segment,
no
and then it went straight into 5 minutes of other ads.
I think Bucket's got someone that's got something to say. I don't know. He's sounding pretty antsy back there.
Are we bringing in Brett's picks?
What is Brett got? Yeah, let's bring in Brett's picks here. Let's see what Brett won. Let's see what Brett got.
We got guest hosts on the show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how's it going?
Alrighty, what you got, Brett? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing.
Awesome.
I wasn't ready for this, but now I am.
Alright, well, who are your top 3 you think for next weekend? That's all we really need. Top 3. Right now. Who are you thinking?
Well, I think if Tomac shows up, he wins. If he can finish. And
Yeah.
Marvin's in second, and Anderson's in third, and Roxy's fourth, and Barsh is back in fifth.
Solid picks. I think that's how it would have been if Tomac didn't take a rock to the cock. I think it would have been that.
I know, and that's what's the saddest thing. I was just like, fuck, dude, Tomac, he's like totally failed me.
He failed a lot of people.
I know he did, and that's fine. Whatever. I'm just, and like, if the guy shows up, he's one of the best riders around. He's there to race. He's there to win.
For sure.
That is
or
true.
not.
It depends on
Depending on if his pants work.
I mean, fuck, dude. Well, hey, man, when that happened, my kids were like, "We got your pants." In the back room.
Awesome.
Maybe you should have kept them.
Well, hey, Brett, we appreciate your input here, man. Appreciate you being a special guest on the show.
Oh, thanks for letting me talk.
Oh, for sure, man. Anytime.
All right, you guys have a good one.
You as well. So anyway, with that being said, we got those picks, and then I guess we'll finish off the little advertisement cross here. So, like I was saying, we got the 5 minutes of ads, 5 minutes of Twitter pictures, 5 minutes of ads again, and then it went into a story about fucking Ken Roxon breaking his entire existence in half. And then it went back to 5 minutes of ads, and then it went to the fucking main event, which was too goddamn many ads, and literally
Too many ads.
every fucking ad was the same.
Yes, there was a lot of ads, but I think what they might be possibly trying to do is they got to figure out a way to have the airtime be the same amount of time when they go to them Triple Crown races. There's going to be more racing action. Probably
That
less
is a good
ads at
point.
those events.
That is a good
Probably
point.
got to keep it at that specific time for the racing, for the 3 hours that they normally do.
Well, and I will say, I think another thing is, obviously, they took the semis out this year, so with that, there's also 2 extra races that are getting cut out of the entire show. So they've got it, and I mean, even though it's 2 races, it's pretty much 2 other heats, isn't it? So it's, I believe that would be, what, a total of like 20 minutes, basically, where they have to compensate.
24 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So 24 minutes, something like that, of time they have to compensate. So it makes sense, but it's still like, fuck the ads, man.
Yeah.
I watched an advertisement where it genuinely, because it's, you know, those health warning shits where you can, like, go to this product and get healthy. One of the fucking subtitles said, if you do not drink water, you can get dehydrated. What?
For the idiots out there.
Insane. Well, guys, I think that's pretty much going to wrap up the show. Again, I do want to get a big shout out to Dirt Monkey Productions and One Up Motorsports. Like I said, if you haven't already followed those guys, down below in the description is going to be their links and all that good stuff. Also, remember, we are going to be the #1 news source and source for videos on MX vs. ATV All Out and Monster Energy Supercross, the official motocross video game, here on the channel. Nowhere else where you'll get better information. I promise you that much right now. We're also going to have some huge ideas for those games as well. I know a lot of people are really excited for that stuff, so stay tuned. We're also going to have a big announcement about the Moto Invitational tournaments that we're going to be running here. Yes, I said it. We are going to be running some tournaments, so keep an eye out on all that stuff. If you like this video, please hit that like button. Comment down below what your picks are and what you thought about the last weekend and all of that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and as always, my name is Moto, and I'm out. Peace. Goodbye.